Hey guys, KillLance here. Welcome to another KillLance Gaming. Don't forget the bell button, subscribe button to get notifications to my channel. Alright guys, I wanted to do something fun. I wanted to do something cool today. And this came to me while I was working. And I'm like, why not do a video about this? You know, something different. So I wanted to break down just a tad bit of XenoBlade Chronicles and XenoBlade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I wanted to tell you what hit home for me when it came down to both these trailers, guys. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the old XenoBlade Chronicles trailers, maybe you guys haven't, you know, dissected it, or maybe you guys weren't interested in that game during the time. Maybe you guys were really too young to even remember that game, but I had the game when it first came out, and I had the limited edition that it came out with, if you want to call it a limited edition, guys. But anyway, we're going to jump right into my thoughts of both of these trailers, guys, and we're going to come out and see which trailer that I found out that was the best to me. Okay, so basically we're going to be talking about the introductions to the game, the opening to the game. Okay, how did I receive that, or how did others receive this opening? Okay, so when it came on, when I first seen it, when I very first seen the opening to the original game, I'm like, okay, you got these big two creatures fighting each other, and I'm like, they're basically battling. One has this big like beam saber, and this other one has this rugged little rusted blade, and I'm just watching them go at it. I'm like, yo, why are these creatures fighting? Like, what is going on? And they're all surrounded by water. Their legs are in the water, and they're everything's like going splashing around, stuff like that, and there's a thunderstorm going on. I'm like, yo, what is that? Like, I was just clueless. I just didn't know what to expect from this. So that was one of the things that shocked me about the first opening part to the first trailer of the first XenoBlade that was released for the Nintendo Wii. As for the Definitive Edition one, when I looked at that trailer when it was launched on the Nintendo Direct Mini, when I seen it, I was like, oh man, this is really cool. Like, I remembered everything that was going on, but this time it had dialogue, and the dialogue was just getting me really hyped for the game. It was basically making me signal in to what was going on, and it just grabbed me. And for people that never played the original XenoBlade Chronicles and seen this trailer, this trailer right here, opening to the trailer right here, would have brought people in more, instead of on the previous one saying that, oh wow, like, you know, like these creatures are fighting, what's going on, I want to know what's going on. When this trailer, the Definitive Edition, is actually showing you and explaining to you what's going on between these two characters, between these two creatures right here. And that's the amazing thing about the Definitive Edition. And I say they did it better when it came down to the opening credit parts compared to the first one, as I was lost when I first looked at it, and I'm pretty sure everybody else was lost too as well. Okay, now we're going to move on to great scenes that were selected for the trailers to these games pretty much. Okay, so when it came down to the first XenoBlade, when I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, so all right, now we're past the gods fighting each other, these big creatures fighting each other. You see a war going on. Dunban is he's slicing with the Monado, going through all these different creatures and stuff like that, these robots and stuff, just tearing these mechanics machineries up. And I'm like, yo, this joint is hype. And I felt emotional, because I feel like these people were fighting for their lives, fighting to exist, you know. And then the next thing that did it for me was the village was being under attack. When all these doggone robots started coming down, started harvesting these people's bodies, killing people and stuff, I'm like, yo, what the heck is going on? Like, everything just started going just crazy from that point. And then Shulk loses his friend. That was a very heart-filling moment. Like, within that scene right there, he's like literally screaming and yelling because he wants revenge so bad, and that really hit home to me when it came down to the first scene of the trailer. And I'm like, gosh, like, yo, like, I'm hoping that we get a chance to see what's going on and help Shulk get his vengeance for losing his friend. I'll kill you! That part really like just did it for me. And then you got when Shulk was basically showcasing, you know, basically the Monado's power. And I thought that was interesting, because it just made me think, like, yo, what is the Monado? What powers does the Monado have? And then it started showing you certain scenes when it was slowing down, but you still didn't know what was going on. And I just thought that was a nice mystery that they threw in there. So I'm like, okay, so I'll have to unlock the power of the Monado and figure out its secrets. I thought that was cool for the original. Now, we're going to talk about the Definitive Edition's cutscenes for the trailer. Now they had like a nice part. It was like the town being attacked just like the previous one, but in better graphics. And I'm like, okay, that's really cool. It's getting me there. And then Shulk grabs a Monado. That was the next scene, and he just going in, just slashing all these enemies and stuff for the first time using a Monado, and basically seeing into the future for the very first time. And then the last, like, going to the last scene of the part of the game where Shulk harnesses the power of the Monado at the end of the trailer. Now those parts were good, but they weren't like heart-filling parts to me personally. Looking at this trailer, I'm like, oh, this is really cool. I like this. But it didn't grab me emotionally like the first trailer did, because I'm seeing all these dramatic things that are going on, and this trailer just didn't have it there. Not saying that the new trailer isn't good, it just didn't have it there for me. And for other people that are like, I guess I want to say newcomers to the series, it probably would grab them, you know, because this is probably their first or second Xenoblade game, which is fine and which is cool. But for me, it just didn't grab me on those scenes. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the gameplay structure within the trailer for the first Xenoblade. Now, to me, they just had sprinkles of some of the scenes of them like traveling within like the fields of in between the some of the segments and stuff. So it was okay, you know, like it was just nice little sprinkles in there. Like it wasn't enough, you know, to get me hyped to see, you know, too much that was going on during the time. Because after all that emotional stuff within the scenes, I'm like, oh, okay, this is really cool. I'm seeing the battle, you know, the gameplay and stuff like that, them running around, you know. So I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Now, as for the definitive edition, now their structure, I liked their structure within theirs. You know, they were traveling, you know, they threw sprinkles of them traveling, you know, within some cutscenes. But once you get to like the end of, like, almost like near the end of the trailer, then you see the gameplay. And I just thought that was really, really powerful, because they wanted to get all those other things out of the way and jump straight forth into the gameplay. And I just thought that was a smarter way to bring out, you know, the strong part of the trailer that we received in the mini direct. And also I think for me, it got me hyped for the game when it came in that aspect right there, because I get to see this game in new graphics and I get to revisit the battle system. Now that did it for me. Now others probably might did something different. Okay, we're gonna get on to the next part to come into conclusion of this. Overall, I like the first trailer and I like the second trailer, but I want to stick with the first trailer based off of the emotional feel that I got from seeing it for the first time, seeing like everything that was going on. And to me, I just think it was a lot more information that we were getting when it came down to the scenes that they selected, and then in some of the gameplay scenes that they selected. I just thought that was cool. I just think that when it comes down to it, the first one gives you more of an emotional rush compared to the second one. The second one actually delivered when it came down to the gameplay, when the gameplay system being showcased at the end. So you basically get a little break off the other scenes, and you get a nice little like chunk of the gameplay system right after that right there. And I just thought that was cool for it. So overall, I would say the XenoBlade Chronicles 1 trailer. But guys, I want to know your thoughts. If you guys haven't seen the original trailer, you know, and looking at the new trailer recently, guys, I think you guys should take a look and tell me what you think, guys. Also, don't forget the bell button and subscribe button to get notifications to my channel. And I'm going to be doing some videos like this manner right here, some videos like this, and I want to see like where these videos are going to go. These videos are fun to me, and I just figured, hey, why not do it? You know, maybe somebody else, maybe you guys might like videos like this, guys. So stay tuned for more. This is XenoBlade, and we got more here.